Hello, Joey.
Hey, Joseph,
How
what's
are you,
up?
man?
All good, all good. How's it going with you in
Perfect.
Canada?
All good. And you in the Netherlands?
Yeah, pretty good. I see all those musical instruments in the
Yeah,
background.
of course. Of
I
course.
remember you playing the derbekke and me trying to always catch up and never being able to catch up. Now, this ship has sailed.
Now I'm trying to catch up in fitness, and I guess I will never catch up too. I'm
So,
way behind.
Joseph, yeah, it's nice to do this. Actually, it's been some time that we wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
You've been working on something that I find that is very interesting, and it resonates with both of us.
Mhm.
So, yeah, what have you been up to?
So, I've been helping people to lose weight and most importantly, learn, like teaching them how to keep the weight off. So just to provide a quick introduction, so I'm a weight loss coach with a background in
Mhm.
psychology and the certificates in nutrition and PT.
Mhm.
So the goal is to help people change their habits so they can not only lose weight but learn how to keep it off for good.
That's very
Would you like
important.
to share a quick introduction about yourself?
That's very important. I think the last part is really important, and I hope we can double down on that last part today.
Hmm.
Yeah, from my part, my name is Joey Rohana, and I am a personal trainer. I like sports, I like philosophy, and I'm trying to figure out a way where to bring people to understand the project or the thing that they get to beyond training. So what kind of benefit it reflects on their lives when they stick to training, when they stick to this very good habit that has very lots of dividends to their lives in the future. So yes, I've been trying to collaborate my interest in philosophy and my profession and professional life in sports and training. And yeah, here we are. We're here.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
What would you say the main benefits of sports were in your life personally? Like speaking of this, like also philosophical benefits or overall benefits in life. What were the benefits
Yeah.
in your life?
I've been into sports for almost all my life, and I do not take credit for that, honestly. This credit goes to good genetics and very good environment. So my father used to play sports. All the friends and all the people in my environment growing up played sports. So I was influenced by a lot of people that are in this sphere. So in that regard, I don't think I take a lot of. I should tap myself on the shoulder a lot, but
You're humble. You're a humble
pursuing
one.
pers pursuing a career in this field was also due to this influence. So I started as a PE teacher, and then I decided to take a shift towards fitness and more towards personal training and training people that actually pay money to come to you to change their lives
Mm.
instead of being in schools, which is pretty good. Okay, for some people it's pretty nice, but for me, I found that working in fitness was a bigger passion than working in schools. So
Okay.
I think on the long run, earning such habit and nurturing such habit and keeping it as part of your identity is really important. And also, I try to help people understand that as much as I can, of course.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
It seems like it felt natural to you to choose this career path.
Yeah, it's at one point I did not choose. So before applying to university, I did not apply for anything else. So I just did one university, one major, and I just crossed my fingers and I thought, okay, whatever happens, happens. And fortunately, it happened.
Amazing. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
in.
all in. I put all my cards on the table, nothing else. I didn't shoot anywhere else, and then this is how it is. I think it might we might conclude that this is how I can make a philosophical twist or motivational twist from it. Like if you put all your energy and all your
Yeah.
focus and yeah, manifest, and then you will get things done. I don't believe very much in manifestation in the broad term, but I think it was, of course, effort from my side. I did a lot of effort in the exams in university, and of course, my background and upbringing and all these things that I had no control over. So it's a mixture of both.
Mm, amazing. Speaking,
And Joseph, I also it's interesting to me to know regarding for you, you're a psychologist. You play music, and what brought you to the fitness industry?
mm, that's a good question. So honestly, it was simply my story that brought me
Hmm.
here. So a few years ago, maybe I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, I used to be a bit fat. Like I used
Okay.
to be overweight, and I didn't like my shape, honestly. I kept looking at the mirror and I was like, I'm not really satisfied. So I was trying to do diets on my own, and it wasn't really working because
Yeah.
like I tried many times without working. At some point, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna visit a dietitian.
Hmm.
So I went to a dietitian. She gave me a meal plan. I stick to it for like 3 months, and I lose about 15 pounds, and I get in a much better shape. And I keep going to the gym and improve my shape and the like. And honestly, at the time, I didn't think much about it. Like I just learned how to eat better.
Hmm.
When I went to the nutritionist, like to the dietitian, I learned better about how to choose my foods, and I simply stick to that for the rest of the years. And I took it for granted that that's how people should do it. And
Hmm.
then, like after studying, like going studying more psychology and reading all these books and meeting people, I noticed something that this is not the typical story of people who try to lose weight. Like
Hmm.
statistically, about 90% of people who try to lose weight, they fail. Like
Hmm.
they either don't lose weight or just gain it back in a year
Exactly.
or two.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Why are all these people failing? And that's when it hit me, that was the transformational point. I was like, oh, these people are struggling because they don't know how to change their habits,
Hmm.
because they don't have the main pillar of fitness, which is not the nutrition knowledge nor the training knowledge. It's the psychology knowledge and the habits forming stuff.
Hmm.
And I would say that fitness is maybe 20% knowledge and 80% behavior.
Okay.
And for me, in a way, of course, the numbers are not very precise. It's just like to convey the
They
idea that
represent
it's
the main
the
idea, of
idea
course.
that
Yes, I get
it's
it.
mainly about behavior, because I believe that you can learn everything you need to know to be in a great shape in a week. Like learn how to eat less calories, learn how to eat more protein,
Yeah.
and go with a coach to the gym so you learn how to do each movement.
Yeah.
And that's about it. After that, you stick to the main diet, you keep doing the same exercises, you can
Hmm.
modify the exercise every now and then, of course, and you just do some progressive overload. You keep adding more weight, more reps, so you get stronger and bigger.
That's true.
That's about it, man. You can learn
Hmm.
that in a week. You can learn everything. And everything after that will be your behavior, your habits. Are you sticking to these things that you know you should be doing? So for me, I lacked the 20%, which is the knowledge about the nutrition and the training, and I learned all of that.
Hmm.
But I had ready, like the 80% was ready because I've learned psychology, I've read hundreds of books on psychology and behavior, and I went to therapy myself, so I really worked on behavior and habits and learning all these things and how they work. And I was like, people need help in this, and I would love to offer this help. And that's how
Okay.
I created the psychology of fitness, which is our coaching company where we help people to lose weight for good.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's the story.
Very nice. So just to for the people that are watching also that don't know how you do it, can you just give us a draft or just a summary of how things go? What do you do? What do you talk about? What's the plan? Is it
Mhm.
a meeting, a daily thing, a weekly? How does it go?
That's a great question. So
Mm.
right now we do have many packages depending on the needs of each person. Um, right now I am offering one-on-one coaching with
Okay.
people for now.
Okay. Hmm.
And in this one-on-one coaching, there's our calls, of course. There's video trainings where they learn about nutrition, workouts,
Ah,
and psychology.
nice.
And there's apps that they use to follow up, to log their meals, to check their workouts, and all these things. And of course, in the one-on-one coaching, it's very, very personal and customized based on each person's needs.
Yeah,
So I
I
help
bet.
each person improve their habits slowly and
Mm.
progressively based on where they are today. And I
Okay.
believe that's one of the most important things. And the problem with the help that people are getting right now in fitness and
Hmm.
weight loss is that it's very standardized. Like we just give the person a meal plan and basically we wish them good luck.
Okay.
And
And that's
even if the meal plan is personalized,
yeah,
I think that's not enough
yeah.
because the person needs a specific plan on how to change the behavior, on
Okay.
how to improve the habit, not only like
Hmm.
on how to follow a plan. Like, no, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not about creating the perfect plan.
Mhm.
It's actually there's a very nice saying that I don't know. I don't. I didn't create it. I don't remember who said it, but the best diet is the one that you stick to.
Yeah,
And the best training actually is the one that you stick. Of course, that's a broad brush,
exactly.
but it's really true.
That's very
I
true.
mean, in training, if you don't stick to any program or any type of training, you don't get any benefit. Also in nutrition and in diet, if you don't follow any nutritional plan, nada.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like
I think, yeah,
if you're my coach and I asked you what's the perfect training plan, you're like, oh, you have to work out 5 times a week,
okay,
come to the gym 5 times a week, and I'll be okay, perfect. But then I'm a lazy fuck and I'm only willing to move my ass for a day, maybe two per week.
yeah,
In this case, the perfect plan for me is 2 days a week. That's it.
okay,
Because it's the one that
okay.
I will actually do.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. And so let's from this point, let's go directly to towards the subject that we want to go to.
Mhm.
And I have that a lot with people that think that they need to train X amount of times per week. And I go directly and say, let's go for the realistic approach. Realistically, what can you do? If you set the bar too high and you fail, that's not good. Also in training, if you're always lifting heavy weights that you're constantly failing, if you go on bench press constantly not able to lift it, it demoralizes you. It's not good. It has a
Mhm.
bad association. Probably
Mhm.
you know about these things as well. So when it comes to expectations in training, what is realistic? 2 days, great. But for the rest of the days, there should be some other things that are going as well. And I tell them to do very conscious choices. Okay. You need to start making choices that tweak your lifestyle. You need, for example, it's very cliche and we hear it a lot, but it's true. You need to take the stairs. You need to walk your 10,000 steps or more if possible. You need to, let's say, I tell most of the people that I train, you need to walk after you eat, at least 10 minutes, just stand, walk, move. You need to have this active lifestyle. and it needs to be part of your life. You need to not think about everything that you have to do all the time. You need to put these things and start getting these things to become a habit. Am I correct in saying that or not?
Yeah, of course you are. You defined habits very well, which is
Mm,
doing something without thinking about it.
hmm
And I believe that's um, like mainly the definition of a habit
hmm
is when you remove the decision making out of something. Removing the decision making is very important because,
hmm
like, when you brush your teeth every morning, you don't really make a decision and negotiate with yourself, like, should I go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
Just do it. There's
yeah,
no negotiation and decision making process, right?
exactly.
And the same thing should happen in your eating and in your workouts.
Yeah.
But this takes time.
And
And
this is what you do, what you're working on with
this is
people.
exactly what I do.
Okay.
And we do it progressively with people.
hmm
And you mentioned something very important, like don't start with 7 workouts a week, start maybe with two.
Yeah.
And here there's something important for people to learn, which is to redefine progress in their
Okay.
fitness journey, to redefine what progress mean.
hmm
Now, um, I like this story. It happened with my clients who were also my friends. So two of
Okay.
my friends who happened also to be my clients, they're a couple. So we used to do coaching, like they both join the call and we do this.
Yeah.
So we do our calls. I'm helping them to lose weight. And then I happen to go out with them also during summer.
hmm
And every time like we're gathering as friends, they come and they have like a bag of chips, a bar of chocolate. First time I was like, okay, maybe they forgot that we're doing this work. The second time, same thing happens. They arrive with a bag of chips, two
Yeah.
bars of chocolate. I was like, that's it. I need to talk to them about this. Like, I just want to understand what's happening. So in our next call, I was like, guys, um, just to understand what is happening here? Like, are you forgetting that we're working on this, that we're trying to lose weight? I'm just curious
Yeah.
to understand what's happening. And they
hmm
instantly burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. They started laughing. I was like, guys, what's happening? They were like, Joseph, right now, you're seeing one bag of chips. It used to be five.
Yeah.
You're seeing one bar of chocolate. It
Yeah.
used to be six.
They
I,
they actually tweaked their behavior.
I was like,
They were
okay.
ashamed of you and this.
I was like, you know what, guys? That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great progress right there. And the important thing here is they are making progress even if they don't see it on the scale yet,
hmm
because they're making behavior progress, which is the most important type of progress in your fitness journey.
Yeah.
Because the behavioral changes will add up, you will build certain skills in your day-to-day life, and at some point that will translate in your body. And
hmm
when you do this, you will keep the results because you
mm
change your habits. You learned some skills that will actually give you lifelong results.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. I completely agree. And I see a lot of people that go the extra mile when it comes to training, when it comes to diet. They go on very aggressive diets. They invest with a personal trainer, five trainings per week. They're all in. They lose a lot of weight, and then they go on a holiday or they go back home because I train a lot of expats here in Amsterdam. They go back home for 2, 3 weeks, come back plus 10 kilos, plus 8 kilos. It's incredible because, as you said, even if they don't lose a lot of weight or they don't lose any weight on the scale in the beginning, modifying the behavior and changing the behavior will be more beneficial on the long run. And this is the only way to for training and for changing this lifestyle to become part of your identity.
Mhm.
You need to start making these choices slowly, as you said, but the correct choices. And you need to uh, pave this path in your brain. So the
Yes.
the the, the neural pathway, You need to strengthen it. You need to go back and forth between making these correct decisions until, as you were saying before, they become automatic without resistance, part of your routine, part of your choices. There's a very nice thing that in the last video that I made, I was doing some research and I really was amazed by 3 or 4 words, which is automaticity reduces fatigue.
Of
So,
course.
and it really hit me that it's very simple, but it's completely true. And just imagine how difficult it is when someone is learning how to drive, how exhausting it is. You have to pay attention to everything all the time. You're consuming a lot of energy. You're fatiguing yourself to the maximum. And slowly, with practicing, you get comfortable with driving, and then you start to all of a sudden you're driving from Batroun to June, and then you're in June all of a sudden. Oh, how did I get to June
Yeah.
without even thinking about it?
Becomes second
And
nature.
I think this is exactly what is supposed to be in sports and in
Yes.
lifestyle. You're supposed to habits, put good choices in your diet and in your life on autopilot. You
Hmm.
shouldn't have to fight all the time with yourself every day as if it is a battle of willpower every day. It
Yeah.
should be let's set up the environment,
Hmm.
make it easy on ourselves so we don't have to, it doesn't have to be that difficult. It
Exactly.
is difficult. It is already very difficult. But let us not make it extra difficult by poisoning the environment around us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
So,
environment.
Joseph, do you want to move to some of the questions that are actually I really want to know some things
Yeah.
from you directly as a fitness psychologist because sometimes I wonder, for example, about emotional eating and emotions.
Hmm.
And do you want to say something before I ask
Yeah.
you
I
this
just I
question?
just want to add
Yes.
something, like a few
Yes,
points
go
maybe,
ahead.
and then we can move to the
Yeah.
questions. First, yes, environment beats willpower every day of the week and twice on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Of
Setting up your
course.
environment correctly is one of the most important things in your fitness journey. Um,
Mhm.
there's a saying that weight loss doesn't happen in the gym, it happens in the kitchen. I don't agree. For me, it
Okay.
doesn't happen in the gym nor in the kitchen. It
Okay.
happens in the grocery store
Hmm.
because that's where you decide what your food environment will be for the week.
Pretty nice.
If you don't have cookies in your kitchen, you won't eat cookies.
Pretty nice.
So losing weight is not about resisting the cookies that are in your kitchen. It's about not
Yeah.
having cookies in your kitchen,
Exactly.
which is
And
very, just much easier, you
about
know?
about this point, you actually in the supermarket you're 100% on point because you only have to make this effort. It's gonna be difficult in the supermarket to make the right choices.
Yes.
But what, of course, we can say now there's apps, you can order things,
Yeah, of
but
course.
let's disregard these things, put these things aside. If you say, hey, I need to buy my food for this week, and then that's it.
Hmm.
It is difficult to choose the food, but you can choose it, put it at home, and then the rest of the week it's much easier for you to make the right choices. This
Yes.
is just
Yes.
to yeah, extend
Yeah,
on your point.
exactly. So if most of what you have at home is Greek yogurt and chicken breast and fruits, berries,
Mhm.
it's actually hard to overeat. Because no
True.
one overeats Greek yogurt or
Berries,
breast or
blueberries.
berries or, no one gets fat
Yeah.
on that. Now,
Yeah.
just to be very clear, I'm not saying that you should never buy Nutella or cookies. I do have them. I have both
Yeah.
of these right now in my kitchen.
Shame. No, no, no. Just kidding. I do.
Uh,
I have
um,
different things,
no,
but I do
no.
have some stuff
Y-
also.
At least for the beginning, you need to
Yeah.
put yourself in the right environment to make it
Yeah.
easier for you, to make it impossible not to lose weight.
Hmm.
And then when you start to improve your eating habits, when you start to improve your relation with food and with eating, you can
Yeah.
start reintroducing and adding these things slowly. I'm not saying
Okay.
you should never eat them. I love food. I love eating. Disclaimer,
Okay.
I enjoy eating.
Okay.
But if you love eating, this doesn't mean that you should ruin your health and your body and your shape for the sake
Yeah.
of eating
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah, Joseph, um, this is interesting also because a relationship with food, probably this is something that you deal with as well. Relationship with food is different from one person to the other. Some people have, but I'll take myself as an example. I'm not exaggerating, but I eat for function. Not because I am obsessed about my health. Probably I am a little bit, but I do eat for function ever since I can remember. I'm not a foodie, so I know a lot of my friends that are foodies that
Mhm.
they chase
This
the
hype.
palatable food and this culinary experience. And for me, it's just I even tell Laura, my partner, that I cannot wait for a in the future for a pill to be created where sometimes if you don't have time or if you need to be on the road, you just can pop this pill and it's perfect macros, all the calories,
Yeah.
nutrients that you want. Boom, done. You can move on. I know it's very robotic and automatic, but this is what I think sometimes people struggle with because they enjoy food. They love to eat and indulge and try new things. Some other people don't like these things. What do you make of this?
So I believe that's a great question and that's a great topic.
Hmm.
You're talking about the personal differences between people who are obsessed with food and people who don't really care. Um,
Hmm.
to be honest, this definitely makes it harder on people, on some people to lose weight and to be more fit,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
It is harder. Now, this doesn't mean that these people cannot lose weight and cannot be fit.
Okay.
And we do have genetic predisposition to enjoy some things more, to be addicted to some things more.
Hmm.
So there's definitely a genetic explanation, and like it's a factor to be potentially addicted to something, including food.
Yeah.
Like some
Hmm.
people try alcohol, they enjoy it, it's fun for them, but they don't wake up thinking about it the next day.
They don't become alcoholic.
Exactly. Others become
Exactly.
addicts.
Yeah.
you know and it's the same thing with food.
Hmm.
Again, it doesn't mean that you can't improve your relationship with food, um, manage your cravings, manage your desires, and be fit anyway. So yeah, the differences definitely exist. However, this doesn't mean that you can't learn how to navigate these desires, these preferences, and be fit anyway and healthy.
True. True. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's good to see your point of
Yeah.
view on this also.
I wanted to add one last point before hitting the questions.
Yeah.
Um, you were talking about these people who come do an intense 3, 4 weeks
Yeah.
of dieting and working out and whatnot, and then they go visit maybe their country and they come
Yeah.
back gaining 10 kilograms and maybe probably they quit after that.
Yeah.
This yo-yo dieting happens mainly because people have the wrong goal. And I
The
know
wrong
this,
goal.
the wrong goal. And I know that this sounds weird, but if you want to transform your body, if you want to lose weight for good, your goal should not be to lose weight.
Hmm.
It should be
Okay.
to change your habits.
Hmm.
Think about it this way. Imagine you have a broken air purifier in your house. Its main job is to clean the air, right?
Hmm.
But it's broken. It doesn't work. So instead of cleaning the air, it just spits out dust every day.
Okay.
Now, I would ask you, Joey, if you have this broken air purifier, how would you fix the problem? Would you fix the machine or would you wipe up dust every day? And you would say, of course, I would fix
Definitely.
the machine. It doesn't
Fix
make
the
it's
machine.
stupid to wipe the dust every day.
Yeah.
But here's something interesting. That's exactly what most people do when it comes to weight loss. They
Yeah.
just wipe the dust every week, every month, every year. again and again and
Very
again.
nice. Yeah.
Because you hear people saying, I want to lose weight. I want to drop 10 kilograms. No, you don't. You don't want to drop 20 pounds. You think that you want that. That's not what you want. You
Hmm.
want to change your habits because that's the machine that is creating the results, that is creating the
Okay.
body that you have and that you will have. So if you
Okay.
only focus on dropping the weight, you will go and get a perfect meal plan. And maybe if you're lucky, stick to it for a few weeks, drop a
Okay.
few pounds. But after that, you will go back to your old eating habits, gaining
Yeah.
back all the weight you lost. And that's exactly what happens with most people. And that's why
Yeah.
90% of people fail at weight loss.
Yeah. 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 And I think also people think that I face that a lot with my clients. People think that I want to lose weight and I'm doing this effort now that I don't like. I don't like coming to the gym. I don't like eating these foods. So I want to get from point A to point B, and then after point B, I'm done. I quit.
You win fitness.
Unfortunately, it does not work like that, and it's an ingrat. Sports is ungrateful,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
even if you think about not just in fitness, any sports. Even if you think about football players, they go play the league, play the season, and in off season, no one's just chilling all the time and not doing anything. Everyone in during off season is training less intensely, but is still training. Okay, this is why you have to change, as you said, your behavior, your habits. You cannot just do one season and stop and expect that all the gains that you made, whether plus to gain muscles or to lose fat, stick around. No, they won't
Yeah.
stick around. They're
That's
gonna leave.
that's another very important point, which is people treat fitness as a finite game.
Hmm.
And finite games are these games that you play um, for a certain period of time, and then you have a very specific goal that you want to achieve, and then you
Yeah.
achieve the result, you win, it's done.
Put it in a pocket and that's it.
Yeah. And there are finite games in life. Like, for example, if you want to get a
Life is
certificate,
finite.
life life is finite, but here when we say finite and infinite, like I mean
Yeah,
regarding your lifespan, yeah, your lifetime.
of course. Of course.
You know, so there are games that are for 8 months. If you want to get a certain certificate, you follow a course, you get the certificate, it's done. But there are
Yeah.
infinite games that will go over the span of your whole life.
Hmm.
These are what we call infinite games, like
Okay.
marriage and fitness.
Okay.
Like you can't win at marriage. The goal is to stay married, right?
I agree.
You don't wake up one day and like I won, game over. If you think that, it will be game
She
over.
always wins. You cannot win.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And fitness is the same.
Yeah.
It's an infinite game that you started playing the moment you were born, and it will end the day you will die. And you have to
Yeah.
treat it this way,
Yeah.
not as this 30-day challenge. Oh, we love
Yeah.
challenges. 8-week challenge. I'm gonna win fitness. I'm gonna finish the game during these 8 weeks. It doesn't work this way because you will
Okay.
keep eating for the rest of your life.
Hmm. And then you will every 2 months you will do a 30-day challenge.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
okay, if it's a 30-day challenge every other month, then probably you should do something about that.
A bit
Getting
longer.
fixing that. Okay, okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, yeah, shall we move
Let's
to
go.
some of the
Yeah,
interesting questions?
let's
I
do it.
think people will find these very helpful.
Yes.
Um, Emotional eating, for example, is something that we hear a lot. Um, and emotions, the way I perceive emotions and logic, that we are rational beings, of course, but we are also emotional beings.
Mhm.
And the fight between reason and emotions, most of the time, if they clash with each other, emotions win. And even if we like to say, no, we're logical beings, we are these enlightened beings, everyone is Socrates, but some people maybe, I'm not gonna paint it with a broad brush, but most of us, when it comes to emotional eating and when we are overwhelmed, we tend to succumb to emotions. Emotions win. So are we able to control our emotions? Are we able to change this
Mhm.
emotional eating thing? Or it's just a fact that we need to deal with and see how to move around it?
Mhm. It's a great question. I would say let's divide it into two questions. Can we control our emotions and what can we do regarding emotional eating? Because these are
Okay,
two big questions. So for the
sure.
first question, can we control our emotions? I would say that control is a strong word.
Hmm.
I don't think we can control our emotions, but we can do something about them, which is we
Hmm.
can manage our emotions.
Hmm.
Now, how can we do that? There are many ways we can manage our emotions. One of the most important ways and one of the most effective ways is through action. Think about it this way. We often think that when we feel something, we will act accordingly, that a feeling will lead to action. And that's true, that can be true. Like when you feel really happy, you want to stand up and start dancing, right? Because you want to celebrate. You're really happy.
Yeah.
You can't keep it in. You want to act on it. Okay?
Hmm.
That's true. A feeling can lead to an action, but the opposite can also be true. An action can also lead to a feeling. Imagine this. Like right now, you don't feel that good. You feel really down,
Hmm.
but you force yourself to stand up. You put on your favorite dance song and you start dancing anyway.
Yeah.
How will you feel in a minute?
Much better,
Probably,
probably.
probably much better.
Yeah.
Probably much better. I'm not saying you can always control your feelings as a button, but I am saying that the actions that you decide to take, no matter how you
Hmm.
feel, will greatly affect how you feel.
Hmm. Very nice.
And that's something that's really worth considering and that's
Okay.
really worth practicing. To be honest with you, most of the days I don't feel like working out. And here, like this principle that I just shared, it applies to fitness 100%.
Yeah.
If you feel really motivated, you can go to work out. You want to translate the motivation into a workout. But if you don't feel that you are motivated, you can start working out anyway, and you will probably get more motivation while you're working out. This happens to me
Yeah.
almost every day.
Yeah.
Almost every day. I
I
don't
agree.
like going to the gym. Honestly, personally, I don't like going to the gym. I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd
Okay.
rather stay on the sofa or just go for a walk or do something lazier, play some music. I don't know. Because what am I doing in the gym? I'm going and I'm torturing myself.
Yeah.
I'm destroying my muscles. That's how we grow it, right? That's how we grow the muscles. Literally, we destroy them. I'd rather not.
You'd
But
rather play some music to your muscles.
exactly,
Make that
relax
dance.
them, relax them. Um, so I don't feel that motivation to go, but whenever I go, I get the motivation and I always feel proud that I did it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I went into another topic here, but it's all to say
Interesting
that
one.
um, feelings can lead to actions and
Hmm.
actions can lead to feelings. And
Hmm.
here you can add a bonus on it, which is planning will go a long way in this. You
Hmm.
plan your actions beforehand. You plan your
Hmm.
week. You plan your day. You don't just go with how you're feeling at the moment because a lot of times at the moment your brain will just feel like not doing anything. Or just with like will feel like just taking a break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there are many ways to manage our emotions, but I would say that actions is like taking actions, no matter how you feel,
Yeah.
is a great way to manage your feeling, to affect how you're feeling, and planning
Hmm.
for that actions, for those actions is very important.
Yeah. Yeah. And on the point of planning for the action, I think there's a lot of value on creating routines.
Mhm.
So we hear a lot about, although I don't agree with everything, I think like everything else, it's commodified, becomes something that is a trend, or people really take it to the extreme where it starts to become, are you that sure that that extent is correct? Is routines. So when we talk about routines, morning routine, sleep routine, training routine, or creativity routine, it's the same point that you were making now. I don't feel like training. I cannot say I can feel don't feel like going to the gym because I work in the gym. So sometimes I feel that even working, being there for 15 hours a day, sometimes it's not very motivating. I am training maybe 4 or 5 sessions back to back in the morning, and then I need to, after my fifth session, I need to pull myself together and
Workout.
squat 200 kilos. So it's not always I'm motivated and the fire in me is burning, and that no, it's just that I have I'm done. I walk, I change. Sometimes I have a shot of espresso or a cup of coffee. I do my mobility drill. I always do my mobility drill because I know that this will increase my heart rate, my blood flow, blood circulation will go faster. I would start to feel the energy coming, and then after 10 minutes, I'm all in. I'm doing great. I'm motivated again.
Mhm.
You don't have to be
Exactly.
motivated all the time. And
So
this
you
is the
got you
importance
got the
of the routine.
motivation, you got the motivation from the action.
Exactly. Exactly. Just to emphasize on your point
Mhm.
that creating a routine is also takes you halfway. So
Yes.
it's really as if someone is pushing you and giving you momentum. And this is the routine instead of the motivation, and instead of the listening to some David Goggins or whatever his name is shouting at you all the time, which is can be very nice sometimes. But I mean, I don't want to listen to someone shouting at me every day. Probably it's gonna brainwash me and I become a different kind of person after 6 months of listening to this guy.
Yeah.
So I need to create something that is personalized, that is sustainable also.
Mhm.
Pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
add something to this emotions thing, or
Just
you want to move
wanna
to
just like I just agree a lot on what you said regarding routine. You know that dogs go crazy without routines, without a routine, and we do
bingo?
too. It's the same for people. It's just that we don't
Bingo.
realize that.
Mhm.
Routine is very important. It protects us. It reduces the decision fatigue, like not having to take
Yeah.
100 decisions every day.
Yeah.
Um, it regulates your emotions. It regulates your sleep. It regulates your cravings. It's very important for your
Yeah.
fitness journey and for everything else in your life.
Joseph, it's really interesting that you mentioned the comparison between us and dogs because I use that all the damn time. I have a dog, and I know that I even tell people it's just think of a dog. If this poor dog doesn't go on a walk, is not exercised, it's not that the dog's gonna die or is gonna go crazy. No, but the dog has some energy, and that energy, if it's not consumed, if it's not directed in a specific way, it's gonna be converted into anxiety because dogs are transparent. So you can see
Yeah,
the dog becomes anxious, the dog becomes agitated, the dog becomes hyperactive, which is also very important, becomes hyperactive in ways that you don't want your dog to be hyperactive in. And the same is like us. I tell Laura, because she's the person that I interact with the most, of course. I tell her that if I'm not walked every day, by walked I mean trained every day, it's I don't feel as good as when I am. Not specifically every day because I have a specific routine that I follow,
hmm,
but this is why it's important to me. It's important to convert this energy
yeah,
into something that will allow me to live a better life, increase my quality of life.
yeah, yeah, of
So I
course.
like this dog comparison.
Yeah, yeah. And you mentioned a great point here. Like, I'm doing this 1 hour of workout, so I will feel much better in the remaining 23 hours of the day.
Yeah.
It's like this trade-off
Yeah.
that, yeah, you're gonna put yourself in this difficult thing,
Hmm.
but guess what? You'll be much better off for the rest of the day. and the rest of the year for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Indeed. Great point, man.
Yeah.
Great point. Okay, let's move now to something
Cheat
that,
meals.
yes, yes, that's a good point. Because I always wonder, I really like to, because I am interested in philosophy, and in philosophy, it's really important to define what we're talking about and how the choice of words affect how you think and the outcome of what you do.
Oh yeah.
So when we say cheat meal, and it sounds, I was wondering when preparing for this talk, that is it really fair or is it really helpful to say cheat meal? Because the association that cheating is bad, cheating is something you don't want to do. Is it fair to say, is it helpful to call it a cheat meal? Or should we call it a reward or something like that? What do you think?
Mm. I don't think it's helpful. Like,
Hmm.
I don't think the concept of cheat meals is helpful
Okay.
because when you say a cheat meal, you imply many things. You imply many wrong things.
Hmm.
One, that you don't have the right to eat these things normally.
Okay.
And I believe that you do have the right to eat whatever you want, whenever you want.
Okay.
You have the right. You have the right to
Okay.
do that. And usually, like a cheat meal, what is that? It's a pizza, it's a
Yes,
burger,
or Doritos and
it's
candy and wine in one meal.
yeah. And why don't you have the right to eat that? Like, I don't get the idea. And also, I think that when you think that all these foods are in the category of a cheat meal, you
Hmm.
will start craving them more. You will start desiring them more. They are like
Okay.
this forbidden fruit.
Oh, you're taking us into psychoanalysis now.
Yeah, like it's this forbidden fruit. You can't have that. And
Yeah.
think about it, like in everyday life, if you tell someone that he can't have something, they will want it more for some
Yeah.
reason. Like we're
Yeah.
these complicated beings when you think you don't.
Yeah.
And that's a hack that a lot of salespeople use when they're selling houses or whatever. When you feel that someone really wants something, you tell them, "Oh, I'm not sure you can have it." And they will be like, "Oh my God, I
Yeah.
want to have that. What can I do to have it?" And
Yeah.
if you make them feel that it's for them for granted, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to consider my options. I believe it's
Okay.
the same with meals to a certain point. And so when something is in your cheat meals, it's in the forbidden fruit category, you will start to thinking more about it, to obsess more over it. And it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be this way. You have the right to eat whatever you want. Also, a cheat meal concept implies that on a day-to-day basis, you are supposed to be eating boring foods only, boring things
Uh-huh.
only. Like, I'm only gonna enjoy my cheat meal. No, you can enjoy all your meals.
Hmm. Yeah.
I know someone who lost about 80 pounds eating
Okay.
only junk food.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's healthy,
Yeah. 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 I get your point. I get your
but
point.
they did it like because they ate only junk food.
Was
And
that an experiment or something?
no,
Because
no, no, no. I actually met someone who did this.
I oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. He lost like more than 80 pounds now just eating junk food. But
Okay.
because he was eating in a calorie deficit,
Okay. Yeah.
you
Makes
know?
sense.
Yeah. So you don't need to think about cheat meals. You don't need to ban any foods from your day-to-day life. That goes back to the dieting culture and the dieting thinking that, oh, I need to do this for this period of time. During this period of time, I have to eat these boring things. I can have a cheat meal once per week. And another thing, when we say cheat meal, it implies another thing, which is these calories don't count for some reason. You
When
know,
you're doing a cheat meal?
yeah, I can have one. My dietitian told me I can have one cheat meal per day. Don't ask me what I eat during this meal, as if your body is not counting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.